Hey y'all, welcome back to my page. Welcome to the replay. You know you're on the replay if you don't see a red box right there. So just comment #replay. Let us know you're here. We'll welcome you in. Everybody hit the heart button for me. I've got a cute project for you tonight. We're going to do some, I don't know, free-handed painting. Let me take off my watch so that we don't have any Friday night music that accidentally pops on. So, guys, listen up. 16 by 16 layered star project. It is a door hanger, okay? We did something similar to this around Valentine's Day with a heart. So we are going to continue that same idea with this. So I wanted to show you that there are score lines so that you know where to line up your star, okay? You guys get the idea, right? So I've started painting so that you guys, I don't bore you with painting. So I'm going to grab my spray bottle, and I've got the top layer star down here. So I'm going to give it a spritz to keep that somewhat moist. And then I'm going to grab my candy apple red chalk paste, and we are going to paint away. Now, the spritzing just basically helps the paste stay wet because, y'all, it is chalk and paste form. So over time, if it's not touched or whatever, it is going to, I mean, it's going to dry, right? It's paint. So because I started painting this early on, it dried up. So if I apply some water to it, it's going to allow me to work with it to where it's not going to lift it off as I'm painting. So you can find this layered star on Etsy. Just type in the word star. Imagine that. S-T-A-R. TGIF, y'all. Definitely happy. I need a break. I need the weekend to recover so we can start all over again on Monday. All right, so I'm kind of like tilting my head a little bit because I want to make sure that I get it like an even coat. Okay? Hi, everybody. Keyword is star. That is going up right now. So down below, you will see a pinned comment. If you ever want to know, like, what do I do? Do I comment something? Just refer to that pinned comment down below. So it'll be like at the bottom of your phone. Or if you're watching on a computer, pretty much the same thing. It'll be at the bottom of the comment section. Okay? So, tell me what y'all are doing. It's Friday. Everybody is busy. I'm here. I'm here, y'all. Don't forget about me. And I'm glad you're here too. Okay, so I think we're good with this star. All right. I think the paint is even, Steven. Okay. Making a mess. Making a mess. Oh, it rained. So we were supposed to get some rain, y'all, and it did not. I'm kind of glad because I didn't really want it. And last I checked, it's supposed to be really nice. So that means pool time. Okay, so I think I'm done with the red. So I'm going to drop that in my glass jar that I keep all my brushes in while I paint. Oh, you did, Kelly. How exciting. Congratulations. Hi, making jam as favors for weddings. Y'all are fancy. Fancy, fancy. All right, we don't need this. So the star is 16 by 16. All right, so just so you know, you're trying to make wind chimes, Lisa. Went to Applebee's, Kim, for dinner with mom, daughter, son-in-law, and my grandbaby. How fun! That is so exciting. Hi, Vivian. There's so many friends on here. I need to say hi. Kim, yes, we already went a bow. We're going to do, I'm going to use, I think, 1.5 inch ribbon. All of them, they're going to be 1.5 inch tonight. Wired ribbon. Not really sure on the color, so I'm kind of like, don't know. Hello, all my friends. There's too many names to say, but I want to say hi to everybody. I know, Linda, I got your message. Thank you so much for checking on us. Thanks, Jeanette. I love this hat. It is one of, thanks, Cheryl. It's one of those where you can put your hair through this, or you can put your hair, like, up here, like in a high ponytail. You know, we're working on some hats to put on our website, too. Awesome, Vivian. I'd love to see it. So I'm going to dry this. Zach went ahead and painted the background white. Okay, you can decorate your star however you want. I'm not using a transfer tonight. We are going to make it not sassy. We're going to do our own thing. And I'm really excited because polka dots, I think, are cute when used appropriately, right? So I want to make sure that this gets dry. But what we're going to do, we're going to set this aside. And we're going to grab this. Now, can you see the line right there? That's the score line, okay? So really, you don't have to paint the entire thing because you're going to put the other star right on top. But we have, let me measure. We have about 3/4 of an inch between the score line and the edge of the star, okay? So what I'm going to do quickly, maybe, I'm just going to sand this down a little bit. There are some chunky pieces of, what do you call it? Paint. Like where it's thick. So let me just do that. So that I just have a smooth surface. Okay. All right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab, I want to get the right paintbrush. So I like the width of this one. Okay. It's a hot mess. Just ignore that, y'all. I like the width of this one. So these may actually be the same. They are. Because we're going to need to, let me think about this. Let me think. We're going to create some blue stripes along the edge of the star. We're going to freehand. Okay. And I don't know how wide I want them. I don't think I want them that wide. I think I want them this wide. So we're going to use Cadet. Okay. Finish decorating a birthday cake. What? That's awesome, Deborah. So I'm going to use Cadet, which is a chalk paste. And this one is running low. So I just sprayed some distilled water in there just to kind of gather it, right? Bring it back to life a little bit. I don't want it too runny, but I also don't want it too thick. Okay, so I'm going to grab a wipe. Hi, Autumn. Thanks, Debbie Ford. Okay. So let me think about this. Stripe, stripe, stripe. Okay, so I'm going to go along the entire edge. And Lord have mercy. Let's see if we can do this. Who's ready? Who is ready to see this happen? All right, so I'm going to start here on the point. So this is how it goes. So you have longer, longer bottom points than you do side and top, okay? So I'm going to start by I'm going to start on this side right here, and I'm going to grab a little bit of legs. Thank you. Thanks, Zach. So I'm going to grab this, and we are going to draw. We're not drawing, we're painting. Let's go straight across one of these star points. Okay. Now, you may have to go over it a couple times if you don't get enough on your paintbrush to begin with. Now, I am using chalk paste, so that might make a little bit of a difference. But there's stripe number 1, okay? We got 1 down, 100 to go. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to go in, and I'm going to just keep going along the star, okay? Just like so. Actually, I'm going to just, I don't know how I want to do this. Doesn't have to be perfect, right? And I am going over that score mark because it doesn't matter. Our other, whatchamacallit, the star is going to go right on top, okay? So we're just going to keep going around. Just like so. Okay, we're freehanding it, y'all. Now here I am back at the point. So this one I'm going to do here. And I'm going to do here. Let me show you what I did. See that? Keep going. It doesn't have to be perfect, okay? Have fun with it. And if you want to use different colors, go for it. All right, so here I am again at the corner. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to do this. Okay. See what we're doing? Look, it's going to turn out cute, y'all. Hi. Debbie, the star cutouts are from our Etsy shop. So there is a link that should pop up the minute you hopped on, or a button you can click. But if you type in the word star, I will send you a message. The page will, A to Z Designs. And there will be a whole bunch of different information in that message. If you've never messaged with us before, check your message requests. Okay? But they are listed on our Etsy site. All right, here we are at the edge. Now this one might actually, no, I'm going to do the same thing. Right there. Right there. Okay? We're getting there, y'all. Are you excited? I am. So we had quite an eventful day today. Jackson has been complaining about his head a lot. And I just don't know what to do anymore. Today he had the Apex Fun Run at school that was a fundraiser. And he had to go to the nurse's office afterwards because he was complaining of his head hurting. I talked to the nurse quite a bit. And finally I just said, I'm scheduling an appointment with his PCP. So Zach took him. And he's going to Scottish Rite next week. And he is going to a concussion specialist. So if you're new to my page, my son, who's 10, has a severe concussion. And we are learning to deal with it. So I'm hoping that they can give us some tips So it's been a little frustrating, not at the kid, but like I don't know what to do. So we're going to go see a specialist, y'all. So say a prayer. Hopefully all works out. Okay, so I got to figure out what I'm going to do now that I'm about to hit this section. Actually, it's fine. Just like that. Okay, so this is what we have. Look at the star. The longer leg is what's hanging, okay? So there is the outer edge. So let's go ahead and close that up. I know, it's so frustrating. So Zach was telling me that, and I don't know if he was joking or not, and I don't think he was, but he says basically what the PCP told him was that, like, they can show you pictures to, like, not necessarily stop the concussion, but, like, maybe re-trigger. I don't know. So it'll be interesting to see. But there's the outside of our star, okay? Right here. What do y'all think? I think it looks cute. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside, and we're going to grab the red piece, and we're going to do some free-handing on this one as well. I think we're dry. Now this time, we're going to grab, let me see. That, I think, might be too thick. No, I think we're going to be okay. We're going to use black, okay? Hi, Patty. Okay, Zach, I didn't think you were. That's what they told him. That they're going to show Jackson pictures to help, like, stop the concussion. I don't really know how that works. It's quite interesting. All right, so now I'm grabbing black chalk paste, and we're going to go along the edge of the star. Okay, so just like so, with basically like a line. Just like that. Okay, so we're just going to do that all the way around the edge of the star and see what happens. So let me come over here, do the exact same thing. Try and keep my line the same width. If not, no big deal. Because we all know the more you push on a paintbrush, the wider your bristles are going to get, right? So now around these little curved areas, I think we're just going to go with it and take it for a turn. Okay. Just like this. This is relaxing, y'all. It's not like 100% the greatest, but see what I'm doing? And I'm putting my fingerprints all over this. Stay off. All right, let's come over here and let's do this side. See, I pushed too hard right there. It's okay. Okay, let's keep turning it and keep going. Get quiet, y'all, when I freehand. All right, almost done. I'm excited. Hi. Thank you. So these are listed in Zach's Etsy shop. It's called Layered Star, in case you needed to search for it. It's just fun to make, y'all. And it's easy. Like, I'm hoping that my, I don't know, beginner tutorial, y'all will understand. Turn the corner. And the fun part is next, the polka dots. All right, done, done, done. Maybe a little thicker right here. And that's good. That's good. Okay, we're done. So let's dry it. Yes, he slipped. Bonnie, he fell out of a bathtub and face planted on the toilet 2 weeks ago. Had 3 stitches. All right, so the paint is a little thick right here. So I'm just going to get my fingers dirty. Same with right there. Now, I'm going to try and find a paintbrush that has a good, actually, I need a, here we go. We're going to use a dowel rod for the white. So let's go over this and make sure that it's dry. So hit the heart button, y'all. Type in the word star. I think you'll love this. Okay, so that is done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take, how do I want to do this? Do I want to use chalk paint? No. I'm not going to use chalk paste for the polka dots. I'm going to use Waverly chalk paint. And I've got my long dowel rod. Grab a paper towel. And we're going to try this. See if this works. Thank you, Tina. I just don't know what else to do, y'all, with him. Okay, so I've got a lot here on my stick. Don't want that much. So I'm going to just dip it in. Okay. And we're just going to go along the edge. Okay, that we painted. You can use the end of a paintbrush. Okay, I'm going to go over here and make sure that I do the points before I go around. That way, the spacing is right. Okay, so see? Check it out. Look! It's coming to life. All right, let me grab the lid. Okay, so let's go along the edge. And do the same thing. It's fun, right? Cute, cute, cute. All right, so I'm going to pour a little bit of this out in my paint tray. It's going to be easier that way. Okay. Here we go. Y'all like it? Thanks, everybody. I think it's going to be cute. Dot. Polka dot. Okay. We're getting there. See how easy this can be? I don't have the straightest lines, y'all, but I think it is going to be super cute to put on the door. And it's another door hanger. We've been on the door hanger kick. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more sections to go. So let me go over that. And then we're going to make our bow. All right, me too. Thanks, Bambi. I've got a few others that Zach cut today. If you're a Bumblebee fan, we've got some ideas for that coming. Some more patriotic ideas. All right, here we go. Let me turn on my glue gun because we're going to glue these together. And woohoo! Okay. Let me dry this off so we can use it again and show you what it looks like. Look at the difference. Like we took a plain Jane red star, added a border, added some polka dots. Hit the heart button, y'all, if you just love it. I do. Let me close up my glue. Put this out of the way. Hopefully I don't spill that. Hi, Jax. All right. Let me dry this off, or let me clean this off, because I don't want this. I think this was, yeah, this was chalk paste. So here's what's awesome about our chalk paste. It is washable, so it's very easy to get off of pretty much anything. All right, so there is that. Now we're going to put it together and create our bow after I dry this. Thanks, everybody. Oh, how fun, Peggy. So make sure y'all sprinkle the video for me. It helps us out a ton. Go introduce us to your friends, to any crafting groups that you're in. So appreciate it. All right, so I learned this last time I did something similar. So in the event that you have like bubbled paint, it's going to take longer to dry. So like, in other words, I got way too much on my dowel rod. Imagine that. So I'm just going to take my pointer finger and kind of pop that bubble so that it dries faster. Not all of them are like that, but there are some that are, okay? And then once you pop the bubble, there's paint underneath, right? And then that takes a second to dry. So, there's ways to avoid that. I just, not tonight. Okay. Let me check the glue gun to make sure that it is ready. Almost. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for sprinkling. I know. Yay, Karen, thank you so much. Red, white, and blue all the way, baby. Yes. Okay. This is the boring part, y'all. We gotta just make sure it's dry because we are gonna put a bow on here, and I need the edges to be dry. Okay. So let's grab the white. Let's make sure that it's dry. Feels like it is. Let's grab this one. Okay, and make sure I have the 2 points, the longer legs pointed down. Oh my goodness. This is really darn cute. Okay, so I'm going to take my hot glue and just put it all over. Not too much in the corners where it's too thick, because I don't want it to come seeping out the sides. And there goes the glue strings. So very carefully, I'm going to put this down and line it up with those score lines. Okay, so now I'm going to lift it up and move it up on the board where I want it. And there's the dog. Did y'all hear her jingle jangle? All right, let's press it down. Let's come over here. So this is what we have so far. Okay. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Isn't that super cute? And you could put something in the middle if you wanted. Oh my gosh, y'all. Isn't it crazy how you take like multiple steps to make a project, and during those steps you're like, ooh, I don't know how this is going to turn out. And then you put something together and you're like, what? So now here is the part I've been struggling with all day. Well, not all day, but the time that I've been looking at my ribbon. So it's not going to be anything, well, it's going to match, right? But hold on, I have glue coming out the wazoo over here. It is stuck to my arm, everything. Okay, so I want to incorporate some black and white because we have black and white with the polka dots. Red's potential. This is potential. Blue, I think, is a must. And potentially this. Okay, so I think for sure, it's going to be hard to see, but all of these. Okay, so it's kind of like a, I don't know, crazy bow, whatever. So let me get this out of the way so I don't mess it up, and let me grab the bow maker. Okay. Now, how do I want to do this? Let's grab this navy color and do something like this. I know, right, Linda? Yes. Oh. Yes, USA right in the middle. Absolutely. So I'm going to do... Okay, I'm going to do a longer tail, I think, okay? And then I'm going to figure out how big of a loop I want. Maybe right there. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to do that. We can always cut those back, all right? So then I'm going to grab another one, and I'm going to twist and lay down, okay? The star is, I'm going to go smaller loops tonight. So let's do one more to where our tail is on the other side. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Twist push. So now I'm going to put that one over here. All right, let's get this out of the way. I'm going to go in with, I think, the polka dots next. Red and white. Yes. So same thing. I'm going to do this over here. And then come over here. Come over here. And get my tail nice and long. All right. So there we have that. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Then I'm going to do black and white. All right. Oh, yes. Oh, goodness. Yes, Patty, it's all wired. Hold on. I forgot the tie piece. Let me see what color I want to use. We'll use this. This is baker's twine, and I may accidentally end up, what is the word? Separating it when I go to tie it, because it's not as thick. All right, there we go. Thanks for the reminder, y'all. Okay, so let's do this one. This is all 1.5 inch wired ribbon. Yes, all wired. Okay, we're gonna get smaller and smaller. I did forget that part on the darn it, polka dots. Okay, so I want that one to stay up like so. So now I'm gonna go cut that. And now we're gonna go in maybe with some red. No, I'm gonna leave the red out and see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna do my loop a little bit smaller. I really don't know what I'm doing, but I watched a few bow tutorials today before dinner. Okay. All right. Let's grab this. Okay, Deb. I see you. I think you're right. So I'm just going to slide this out and slide it back in, just like so. Okay, so we still have our loops. Everything is still fine. Now, let's see if we can get this to where it does not rip, come apart when I go to tie it. Sometimes it does. Okay, so we got to lift it off. We're going to take it to the back. I'm going to tie it a couple of times. Actually, I'm going to loop it, wrap it, not loop it, wrap it. Okay, and I'm actually going to tie it off in the back today. Then we'll see what happens. Tie it and cut it. Yes. Okay, so ideally, I want my tails to hang down-ish. Okay. Now, realize we moved the polka dot up front and it had bigger loops. Okay, so we're gonna have to just make it work. Because we certainly don't want to cover up the super cute star ribbon. So I'm going to kind of just mess with it here from the center. You stay down here. You do not belong up there. Okay, just like so. Like I want my tails down. So let's take this, and let's move our blue up. Okay. Now, I didn't tie it so tight. Actually, I can change the, ooh, look, y'all. We can fix the loops. Okay, so I'm going to go in and I'm actually going to dovetail these. Not too much. Like I want to just cut the edges so that I'm not cutting off a lot of length on the tail. Okay, so there's cut, and cut. Now, I did not cut them all the same length to begin with, so I know some are going to be longer than others, which actually is fine. Okay. I do think we need something in the center of our bow, though. Let's grab a big old button. Blue. Right here. Or red. We could do red. Yes. That's a terrible color, red. That's cute. That works. Okay, so let's grab this and put it in the center. And then we're going to glue it on our door hanger. Yeah, I don't have a star right here with me. So, hi Jackson. Hey y'all, guess who's here? What are you going to show them?
A picture I drew.
Show them a picture. Wow, Jackson, that's awesome. Look what he drew, y'all. You've been watching tutorials?
Yeah, mostly.
Mostly?
But
this one, good, buddy.
This one I just drew by myself. I didn't do the tutorial.
I love it. You did a good job.
Yeah.
Looks very good. Bye. Okay. Bye, buddy.
Bye.
Love you. Okay, so where do I put this, y'all? I don't even know. Are the tails too long? Okay, one question at a time. Here. Here. It's gonna go here. Yes, it does. There's no, whoops. There's no words being put on this. So I want to put it right there. And I think we're going to cut the tails back just a tad. So let's do this. Let's do this. So we can still see the leg of the star. This is cute. I love this. So cute. What do y'all think? The tail's still too long, yes or no? I think they are. Please hold. There we go. Yeah, because I want to see the points of the star. Here we go. Much better. Better, y'all? I think that is super cute. So, go grab you a star. It's called a layer star in our Etsy shop. 16 by 16. Get you some ribbon. And look, it's different ribbons. Like, it doesn't have to be, like, they don't have to matchy match, right? Just make it crazy. You do you. Okay? All right, guys. Kelly, you get your picture? Thank you. I think it's cute. Crazy, crazy, crazy that this right here turned into this. I think it's adorable. So, y'all have a great night. I'm going to go get your star, make your project. We'll see you next time, okay? Bye, friends.